Okay, so I think this is an example of how higher ed misunderstands the modern American family. Once upon a time, it dealt with very different families, right? It dealt with very privileged families who mainly sent their boys to school. It deals with a very different family now. It deals with the same families that K-12 education deals with, and that means that they're complicated, and it means that their resources are strapped. I mean, we're hearing more and more, not just about the working class having trouble, right? The middle class is strapped. We have fewer homes that can rely on two incomes. And so how do you get by in this country when resources are scarce? Well, you draw on a wider net of people. Okay, we know a lot about this. It's been studied for a long time. We tend to, therefore, draw on more relatives for income. We go for kin, as we talk about it, where people who use your friends sort of as kinship networks to expand the number of people who can help and support you, and sometimes that includes our children, right? So more and more people are working at a younger and younger age, and the idea that that income the work wouldn't stop when they went to college, we're learning that, right? 70% plus of undergraduates are working today. But it's also ludicrous to think that if you were supporting your family while you were in high school, that you would suddenly get a pass when you went on to college. And yet that again is the assumption. As if the parents are going to drive you up to college and drop you off with all kinds of gifts, and then they're going to send you money and goodies when you're there. So that's what the expected family contribution says. And it's the most presumptuous language that people feel rightly insulted by. It gives some people a number they absolutely could never pay and cuts them off from aid eligibility to cover that number if they can't pay it. And the truth is, you can have a negative expected family contribution. It is a real number that can be computed from all of that information you're providing on the FAFSA. We don't even make good use of the information.